Hello out there in cryptocurrency land. Welcome back to Real Crypto. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to go over why I believe that the bull market cycle in Bitcoin has basically exhausted itself at this point. Now, I don't believe Bitcoin is dead. It's not going to zero. Okay, this isn't really a FUD video, but some of you are going to take it that way, and I get it. Okay, so I'm prepared for the hateful comments below. I'm prepared for you guys to tell me this is FUD because guess what? I'm putting a video out there so people can be educated. I don't make a lot of money doing this. All right, my total earnings on my Bitcoin channel since I started 4 months ago is like $800. Okay, so I'm not getting rich doing this. I'm not some whale sitting here wasting my time doing this. But I think it's important that a lot of people out there, at least those that want to educate themselves, can get educated on these market cycles. And Bitcoin right now is really on the precipice, if it hasn't gone over already, of killing the bull cycle, at least the current bull cycle that we're in. And what you're looking at on your screen here is two charts. You're looking at, this is the GDAX chart of the USD. This is the Bitstamp chart of the USD from 2013. And I've done a very similar video to this before, but I'm doing this again just to reiterate to you guys and also for some new people that didn't see that video or for some reason won't see that video. But 2013 current US market right now, okay? So this is where things started to fall apart in 2013, right on this candle, and this looks like this was the last candle that we had in Bitcoin. Okay? If you go to the next candle, it's a pretty big red candle. Now, keep in mind, these charts have symbiotic relationships. They will not match exactly. I can't say that this candle will or will not have this kind of large volume, all right? But you have to look for these big volume bars to confirm that this market is indeed basically broken to the upside for, you know, at least for the time being. Could be for even longer than that. So we'll go into that. But I just want to show you guys the symbiotic relationship between these two charts. It's quite fascinating. Markets are human psychology, and humans are repeat machines. That's all we do is repeat stuff that we've seen and stuff that we've done time and time again. How many times have you tried to lose 20 to 50 pounds? How many times have you tried to eat better? How many times have you tried to, if you're a weightlifter, gain and fail? How many times have you tried and tried again? While the markets do the same thing, history does repeat itself, not always in lockstep, but it definitely rhymes. And we're rhyming right now, okay? That's all I'm saying. And yes, I do understand, and you need to do too, that in 2013, one of the main reasons we sold off so hard was the GDAX hack. I keep saying GDAX, the Mt. Gox hack. And the Mt. Gox hack, if you guys don't know, pretty much one of the only places you could trade Bitcoin was through Mt. Gox, and I believe it was a Chinese exchange, and it was hacked, and it got rid of a lot of value in Bitcoin. And that is one of the reasons that caused a major down draw in this market. But it doesn't mean that we have to have the same catalyst or a similar catalyst to cause a drawdown in the market. We could make an argument that the recent market hype, the futures market launch, all the hype surrounding Bitcoin in the past month or two to the 20,000 parabolic run has caused mania in Bitcoin, which can cause a top like the 1999 top in the stock market. There was no overall macroeconomic reason for the market to collapse in 1999, 2000. It was strictly the fact that we had such a crazy parabolic run with, you know, mania day traders and things of that nature, and Bitcoin kind of has a little bit of that feel here. So that could be the catalyst that takes us lower, is the fact that all the people that want to participate in the market have done so. Some are holding high-level bags. Some are holding low-level bags that have been wanting to take profits, and they saw an opportunity. But it could just be lack of market participation. So anyway, there's the symbiotic relationship here, and if you if you paid attention to the last video, we just came through this bounce. If you want to call these correlated markets, we just came through this bounce right here, and now we're basically breaking down all of these support levels currently, which we did here as well, which preceded a lower low in Bitcoin right here. If we get a lower low here, you know, I say just watch out. just watch out. Doesn't mean we don't get this nice bounce here like we did in 2013. This was a very nice bounce, but look at the volume, very anemic volume, very flat volume. There's no excitement on this bounce at all. And then we just started to drift, okay? And right now Bitcoin feels like it's a drift. It feels like it doesn't have any direction, okay? At least the direction isn't up. When we talk about direction in Bitcoin or even in any markets, we generally want to talk about the direction being up. That's the only direction we want. So, yeah, that sucks. 7,500 Bitcoins in a landfill. That's old news. Why are they bringing that up? Anyways, we're directionless in Bitcoin right now, so I'm going to get off of this 2013 chart. If you want to look at this chart, you have to look at the Bitstamp chart. All right, I'm just going to minimize that. Let's maximize the current market we're in. I'm going to give you reason number 2 that the Bitcoin bubble has burst, for, I don't know, for lack of a better term, okay? Bitcoin bubble has burst. Doesn't mean we're going to zero at all. I'm a strong believer in Bitcoin, but you have to look at the market signs. You have to look at the market cycles and understand where we are. So we have so far it looks a lot like 2013 from a topping perspective. From a more immediate perspective, I've talked about this in the past. We've actually had 4 very large bases in Bitcoin and then a blow off top. Okay, what a blow off top is this run from 11.5 up to 20,000. That's basically doubling Bitcoin's price, you know, 80%, depending on how specific you want to get. I had a guy that got mad at me. He unsubscribed and said in his comments, "You think 19,700 is 20,000. You've just lost a subscriber." I'm like, dude, really? I'm making YouTube videos. Okay, I can't be good to 0.1%. So for those of you out there, 71% run from that 11.5 poke. So 4 definitive bases in Bitcoin and then a blow off top. And each of these bases went from, this was a 40% base, this was a 40% base, this was a 32% base, and I forget what this was. I think it was a 30% base, 25% base. This was a 25% base, then the blow off top. And each base got shorter in time as well. I mean, you can just see that looking at the charts here. So that puts all 4 bases into perspective. So let's loop these out. Here's base number 1, here's base number 2, here's base number 3, and here's base number 4. Okay, so what that means is that we have a change in market behavior, and I've talked about this as well. So this base cycle has been completed. The parabolic move is over. Okay, sorry guys, I really don't think we're going to 25,000 from what's transpired over here. That just does not look likely. This does not look like the same market that this does it? It looks completely different. And the reason that it isn't because technical analysis is voodoo. It's because technical analysis measures human behavior. Okay? Measures human behavior. Now, we've broken this because this pullback is an order of magnitude larger than any of those 4 pullbacks. I think it's like 47%, 48%, which it is right there, 48%. We're also getting a longer base here. No matter if you take this as the base or this is the base, we've broken this cycle. This cycle is dead. It's over. We're in a new market cycle. Okay? You pretty much erase that and say, what's the market doing here? We can look over here for levels like 11.5. We can look at this 8,000. We can look at this 5,000. We can look at this 3,000, which was the high over here. We can look at those levels as possible levels of support while we're going downward. Now, where do we base out at? It's impossible to tell. It's really impossible to tell. In my last video, we talked about if you take the prior 2 bases in Bitcoin, which you can if you look at this Bitstamp chart because they're cool like that. If you take these prior bases from Bitcoin into account, possibility in the cards here is 2,500. Okay, that's a percentage based target based off of these prior pullbacks in Bitcoin. All right, so I'll do that again for you guys. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but that's okay. 82% was the deepest pullback there, and the deepest pullback in 2013 after these blow off tops, 85, 82%. So let's take an 82% retracement from Bitcoin. Okay, fib retracement, not fib retracement. What am I doing? I'm sorry, guys. Losing my marbles here. Let's go to 82%. Where does that put us? So, okay, 3,500. I said 25. It's 35. So 3,500. Maybe that's the downside target. It's really hard to forecast these things because different market cycles do different things. This is a different market than we had in 2013 in a number of ways. There's a lot more market participation. There's a lot more public awareness. There's more hardcore believers in Bitcoin, but it doesn't mean we can't get a long, prolonged downturn. Okay, doesn't mean that can't happen. Okay, and if you notice, the last one from 2013 took 2 years and 9 months to wear off. Don't know if it's going to take that long for this one to play out, but maybe it comes down, puts in a U-turn, and then curls up towards the latter part of the year next year in 2018. We'll just have to wait and see. That's almost, I mean, that's impossible to forecast. You can throw Elliott waves, whatever Okamuchu cloud you want to throw on here. You know, that's not my bag, but you know, you can throw whatever you want to on here, but it doesn't mean that, you know, any of that's going to come to fruition. We've changed market cycles. I'm trying to lay the case for that. And as of right now, we're down to 12.8. We've broken all this support, ladies and gentlemen. We've broken all of this support. We're in a new market cycle, new paradigm of thinking. Change your thinking or you're going to have losses or get washed out. It's going to be kind of brutal if you're unwilling to change your mindset. I'm trying to make that case for you guys. I'm not a permabull. I've been investing since back here. I'm a bear in Bitcoin overall, but you have to understand markets and market cycles. If you want to hodl, more power to you. That's fantastic. For those of you that wish you hodled, you're going to maybe have a second opportunity at very low levels of Bitcoin. Maybe we settle at 11.5. Maybe we settle at 8. Maybe we settle at 5. Maybe we settle at 3. Okay, we just made a case for Bitcoin 3,500. Yeah, so I hope that case kind of proves to you, and I don't even know if it's really proves to you. I want you to be educated on what to look for in the charts. I want you to see what I see, and this is what I'm seeing. This is why I've made these videos about kind of dire predictions in Bitcoin, not to scare you, but to educate you and to inform you. So I do it out of love, guys. That's pretty much all I can say about that. So thanks for watching my video today. Check out my description for my donation button. Check out my donation addresses if you really like my video. If I've saved you some money, if I've made you some money over the past several months, donate to the cause. I'd appreciate that. Even if it is in Bitcoin that's going to go down to 6K. Who knows? Check out my website, real-crypto.com. Catch me on Twitter. Real Crypto Trade is my handle. Some guy took real-crypto and isn't using it. So, Real Crypto Trade, follow me on Twitter there. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.